Good morning, BookTube. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jackie, and today, well, first of all, I apologize for not being prepared to give you this video, other than I've picked books, but this whole week I have been seriously a hot mess, which is very apt, as today I'm going to give you my TBR for the Hotmess Bookclub Readathon. This Readathon, which is hosted by the lovely ladies at the Hotmess Bookclub, is a 10-day readathon with 7 prompts, and it's the spring edition, so I assume they're going to do more readathons in the future, which is really awesome because I loved the prompts for this readathon. I love the ladies for this book club. I'm very disappointed that I won't be able to attend the live show for the March pick because work. So I'm going to participate in this readathon, or at least I'm going to attempt to. I am terrible at finishing readathons, so let's go ahead and just get into it. There's 7 prompts, and I've chosen to read 4 books for this readathon, but I'll go ahead and go over all of the prompts. I'll also link everyone down below, all of the hosts, so you can look at their TBR videos. And as such, the readathon does start today, but it's never too late to jump in if you're interested in doing this with us. So the first prompt is to read the Hotmess Bookclub for March, which is Cruel Prince. And so I will be reading that. I do have a copy, even though I can't participate in the live show. Holly Black is one of my favorite authors, so I'm really excited to jump into this. So I will be reading that. The second prompt is to read a book from a female author, and I'm going to go ahead and double down with that and read The Cruel Prince for that prompt as well, because Holly Black is female. The third prompt is to read a book with a trans character as the main character. I'm not going to read anything for this because I don't really own any books with a trans character, and I didn't really have time to get any books. Well, I had plenty of time since I found out about the readathon, but I just accidentally forgot about it until a few days ago. So yeah, I don't have a book with a trans main character, so I'm not going to do that prompt. But if you know of any books that have a trans main character, go ahead and let me know below in the comment section, because I do want to read more books with diverse characters. So yeah, go ahead and recommend some to me, and I'll get them read. So the fourth prompt is to read a book that smashes the girl-on-girl hate, and I didn't look too much into this, but I decided to read Girls Burn Brighter by Shobha Rao. I probably butchered that, and I apologize. But this book is about 2 female characters who develop an intense friendship, and kind of what happens as they get separated and then brought back together. So I'm going to read this book for this prompt because it's focused mostly on female friendship, and I think the best way to smash the girl on girl hate trope is to have more focus on female friendships. So that way we have young girls who are starting to get into reading see more of females being friends with each other and picking each other up and supporting each other. And that's the best way, one of the best ways to go about getting rid of the girl on girl hate tropes. So the next prompt number 5, is to read a book with mental illness representation that is not anxiety or depression. And that's not saying that anxiety or depression isn't important, because it is, but it's a really well established plot in books now. It's very common to kind of see anxiety and depression, and it's really good to also branch out and see more mental illness, because there's a lot out there. And so I'm going to continue with a series that I've already started, and I'm going to read Game, the second book in the I Hunt Killers series by Barry Liga. In this book, the main character, Jazz, he's sort of been, he's sociopathic in some ways, and because he was raised by his serial killer father, so he has a lot of sociopathic tendencies, and it's really interesting to see his struggle with that, with knowing right and wrong, and knowing that he wants to be a good guy and he wants to have these relationships, but also having that mentality of a sociopath where he's very manipulative and sometimes not the best of guys, but he really tries, and it's just interesting to see the perspective from a sociopath. So yeah, I'm gonna read that book. So the 6th prompt is to read a book that makes you happy. So I decided to read the 3rd book in the Moist von Lipwig series. Well, set. This is within the Ankh-Morpork series by Terry Pratchett. Moist von Lipwig is my favorite character, and he makes me happy. Terry Pratchett makes me happy. So I'm going to finally read this book. I haven't read it yet, which is a tragedy. So yeah, I'm going to read this. So the 7th and the last prompt is to read a book that makes you feel seen. I'm not going to read a book from this prompt because I didn't start getting my books fast enough, and I don't have any books that I guess that makes me feel seen. I think if I really thought about this, I could find something, but I'm not sure. Yeah. We'll have to see. Maybe I'll find something in on Monday when I have a little more time to research it. But in the meantime, those are the 4 books that I'm going to read for the Hotmess Bookclub Readathon. I'm very excited to be participating in the first readathon for this book club. I highly recommend that you join up with us, or at the very least, watch or subscribe to the hosts' videos. They're all really amazing. Rhiannon from Crescent Moon Reads, Morgan from Morgie Reads, Diana from, I don't really remember her handle, and Deja, which I also don't remember her handle. I'm terribly sorry. But I will go ahead and link everything down below, of course, and I highly recommend joining us. The live shows are always really, really very fun, and they are just the sweetest girls ever. So I highly recommend all of them. I recommend the books. I recommend joining us for the live shows. So I think that's it for today. I hope that I'm going to start making videos regularly. I'm thinking at this point I should maybe schedule days to have up. Maybe that'll give me a little more structure. But anyway, so that's it for today. Of course, if you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more, subscribe to me. I would be forever grateful. And let me know if you're participating in this readathon, if you have book recommendations, or if you've read any of these books. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the books you're reading, and I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.